Here we go. The Hot Toys red and blue suit from Spider-Man No Way Home, the deluxe version. We're going to be taking a look at this figure. We're going to go ahead and look at it in box real quick. You can kind of see everything it comes with, how it's presented in box. I love how they're able to kind of put the deluxe base, the hands, the eyes, all that stuff in there with the head sculpt, with the mask. Just looks really good in box. I always like to see how it looks presentation-wise. When you open the box, it's the first thing you see. And I already am getting a great feeling about this figure, that it's going to be a great figure to look at because the colors are just really popping. This red and blue is just looking phenomenal. So let's take a look at it on the turntable here. You can kind of see right off the bat how good that masked head looks. It looks great. It looks almost seamless. It does a really good job of hiding those lines, not getting a ton of stitching everywhere. You can kind of see how good these colors pop too. I'm telling you, the blue and the red really pop when you get it in hand. It looks super, super good, and it looks super accurate to that classic red and blue suit that you're accustomed to with Spidey. Look again, you can kind of see a little bit of the stitching on top of the head, a little bit of the seam line, but we're really zoomed in here, and this just looks really, really good. I mean, this really just kind of shows you how good this figure can look out of box because of the colors, the way the colors pop. Just really impressed with what I'm seeing so far. Kind of see the chest piece here. It just looks great. I even kept the underarm things right there because I wanted it to be completely out of box for the first time. And you kind of really see how those blue patterns really pop, and how the red looks, and how the different spider insignias look. It's just one of those pieces that when you get it in hand, the colors really look good. And here's some interchangeable eyes. Just wanted to give a quick little view of that. I'll be sticking with the standard eyes, but I love how they come with like 3 different interchangeable eye pieces there. We're going to take a little bit more of a look at the whole figure here, and you can kind of see how good the proportions are all the way down to the feet. The way this figure can stand on its own is really nice too. You can kind of see the different patterns there. That's where we're going to be posing it a lot. So that's, you know, with the arms and the thighs and stuff. Wanted to put a little bit of different lighting on here. I wanted to just kind of show you how it pops when there's some light on there. So once you get this in your display case, if you have LED lighting or whatever you have, it's really going to show up even better. There it is without any light. But we're going to take a look at this deluxe base, because this deluxe base, when you get the deluxe versions of figures, a lot of times you get a base and you don't know what you're going to get with it. This base is really solid. I think it's a great base. The thing I love most about it is it's big, but it's not so big to where it's a nuisance, and it can work for multiple scenes. It can not only work with this figure, the red and blue suit Spider-Man, but it can work with other figures. You know, maybe you have a Batman Returns figure. Maybe you have like some figure from like a Christmas movie or a winter scene. You can use that in this. It's going to look great with the red and blue suit Spider-Man, but I love how you can have this displayed with different dioramas, different figures, different scenes. So for me, this is a really great base, and one I'm excited to have in the collection, and one I plan on actually using in the display, even if I have Spider-Man standing in front of it or beside it. But we want to take a look at how Spider-Man looks on the base, right? So we're going to look here. I don't even have this figure clamped up. This is just how I was able to get him kind of standing on his own, which I thought was really good with how Hot Toys was able to get this figure to stand. The feet have different, the feet, it moves a little bit to where you can kind of keep it standing and kind of have different poses without it, affecting it too much. You're seeing a little bit of the wrinkling in the thigh there. Kind of wanted to point that out. But again, this is a simple pose that you do got to worry about it, that wrinkling, but this just looks so good on this deluxe base. We're also going to take a look at this head sculpt. This head sculpt right here, to me, is a 10 out of 10 sculpt. They have set the bar so high with these sculpts lately, Hot Toys has. This is truly a 10 out of 10 sculpt. This sculpt is absolutely phenomenal, man. This looks just like Tom Holland. Looks like a scene from the movie. I'm almost going to just be displaying it with the Tom Holland sculpt because it's that good. I'm going to interchange it, but Tom Holland sculpt is so good that I feel like you got to show it off. I mean, look at that. It looks great from all angles. The hair, the rolling eyeball function there, the paint apps, just everything looks phenomenal. The neck all the way down to that neck seam is hidden so well. They finally have a little bit of that suit up on the neck, and it looks phenomenal. This is the best Tom Holland sculpt to date. It's my first Spider-Man in hand that I own, but I've seen enough reviews and stuff to know this to me is the best Holland sculpt they've done so far. So here we go. We got the clamp on. I'd be careful there because they can leave a little bit of indentions on the suit. Again, for this review, I wanted to do it, but I don't plan on showing it off like this in the display, but I wanted to show you kind of what you can do with this figure. I kept the poses simple because I didn't want to really wrinkle up the suit too much. I'm going to take it slow with some of the poses. You can see right there the wrinkling on the thigh. Some people want to pose their Spider-Man figures. I do as well. I'm going to go back and forth with posing a little bit, but also keeping it kind of a museum pose. A pose like this is one I could see myself using if I decided to have him on the base, but I don't know if I want to have him on the clamp too much. But you can just see how good the proportions are and how good it looks on this deluxe base. And here we go with the web shooter. The rolling eyes, you can kind of see the crunching of the suit in the midsection there for this pose. Again, a little bit in the arms as well. It's just one of those things, just like when you get like new sneakers or new, anything. It's going to be that thing of like, okay, you want to pose it, but you're also worried about the wrinkling. So it's kind of up to you how you want to pose your figure. If you want to go museum pose, that's fine. If you want to pose it, you can kind of see him where it's going to crunch up on you. The web shooter mechanic looks really, really cool. And again, just an amazing looking figure. So my final thoughts on this are this. We're going to look over this figure while I give my final thoughts on it and everything that comes with it. I think this is a phenomenal piece. I think that this is one that wasn't really on my radar too much because he doesn't wear this suit in the movie a lot. But the more I saw of the figure and when I saw some of the blogger photos, I was like, man, I think I got to have this figure, because I don't have a Spider-Man yet. Tobey Maguire Spider-Man's kind of where my heart is, where, that's my Spider-Man. But this Spider-Man right here is a phenomenal piece. I think it's incredible. Everything looks good. The accessories are great. The base is fantastic. But that head sculpt is the highlight of it. And the suit just pops. It really looks great. The colors are vibrant. So I'm going to give this piece a 9.25 out of 10. I think it's great. I think it belongs in your collection if you're a Spider-Man fan. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.